Alright, so tonight's lesson is lesson 77, which is converting units of weight and mass. So go ahead and look up at this chart, and you can pause the video and copy it down because we will be using it for all of the problems that we do for our example and also the problems that you're going to be doing on your homework. To measure weight in the U.S. customary system, we use units such as ounces, which is OZ, right here, pounds, LB, and tons, TN. For example, one slice of bread weighs about an ounce, a shoe weighs about 1 pound, and the weight of a small car is about 1 ton, just to kind of give you an example. To measure the mass of an object in the metric system, we use units such as milligrams, which is mg, right here, grams, kilograms, and metric tons, which is the T. The wing of a horsefly, so really tiny, is about 1 milligram. A paperclip is about 1 gram. A pair of shoes is about 1 kilogram. And a small car is about a metric ton. So the table below is some of the common units of weight in the U.S. customary system and mass in the metric system. So make sure that you copy that down because we will refer back to it, and it's nice to have that handy for you. Alright, so what we're doing is we are just converting. We're going from ounces to pounds, back from pounds to ounces, and pounds to tons. So we're going back and forth. So our first question, for example, says, a large elephant weighs about 4 tons. About how many pounds does a large elephant weigh? So we know that he weighs 4 tons, but we want to convert that to pounds. So the first thing, at least I do, is I go back and look at my chart and I find kind of the comparison between pounds and tons right here. So 2,000 pounds equals 1 ton, and it tells us that that elephant is 4 tons. So what do you think I need to do to get from tons to pounds? Well, I'm going to go ahead and write this down so I know. 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds, which is what I need to know to do this problem. But I have 4 tons, and I'm going to pounds, so I need to multiply 4 times 2,000 pounds to figure out how many pounds my elephant weighs. So I need 2,000 times 4. And I know that this is something that you can do in your head. 0, 0, 0, 8. So my answer would be 8,000 lbs, which is the unit for pounds. 8,000 pounds. So I converted 4 tons to 8,000 pounds. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do the next one. Okay, Billy's watermelon had a mass of 6 kilograms. The mass of the watermelon was how many grams? So now I'm going from kilograms to grams. So if you go ahead, look back up at your chart, find the comparison between a kilogram and a gram. Alright, 1 kilogram, I'm going to write this down so we just remember, 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. So I'm going to take my 6 kilograms and I want to know how many grams it is. Alright, so I have 6 kilograms and 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. So what do you think 6 kilograms would be? Alright, so I'm just doing the same thing as before, 1,000 times 6, and this becomes an easy problem. 0, 0, 0, 6. So my answer would be 6,000 grams. Alright, and the last example that we're going to do together. Anthony uses 2 ounces of cheese for 1 sandwich. If he makes 16 sandwiches, how many pounds of cheese does he use? Alright, find the comparison between ounces and pounds up in your chart. I'm going to write it down for you. 16 ounces is equal to 1 pound. Alright, go ahead and try this one by yourself. 2 ounces of cheese for 1 sandwich, and he's making 16 sandwiches. And then find out how many pounds that equals. So I would take, if I were to do this, I need to find out how many ounces first. It's because he uses 2 ounces for 1 sandwich and he's making 16. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that first. 2 times 6, 12, 2, 3. Okay, so we're dealing with 32 ounces of cheese. Now we need to take that 32 ounces and change it into a pound. But what I noticed right here, ounces, 16 ounces equals 1 pound. And I have 32 ounces. 16 plus 16 equals 32. So if I have 2 16 ounces, 1 pound, 1 pound, my grand total would be 2 lbs, 2 pounds of cheese. Alright, and for your lesson practice today, 1/2 of a pound equals how many ounces? 10 pounds equals how many ounces? And 16 tons equals how many pounds?